they have trumped us with amazing, great value today. It's mad. I
Wow.
mean,
I just hope every one of us here, we are jotting something down. We are jotting something down. I just hope we are jotting something down. So, like he rightly said that there's no way you can do without skill. You cannot do without skill. You can either be directly or indirectly, but you will be involved in one way or the other. Even what we are doing now is tech related. So there's no way you can do without without tech. So whatever you are doing, be open-minded toward tech. He said a lot of artists review work projects, not just watch the video. Meet somebody. It doesn't have to. Everything doesn't have to be paid. I love that point. Emphasize on that. If you are doing any skill in tech, don't have this money mindset also. Let it be something that you can do within 5 years. If in 5 years you're not doing tech, you will still be practicing those skills. Like he said from experience, he practicalized his skill for 3 years. No payment was coming from anywhere. It was in the fourth and year that he started getting something. All right. So don't go on in because he said that tech is one of the most sought out skills, well paid too. So you're like, oh my God, I'm going into tech. Please calm down and think properly. Is this something you can do in 5 years if the money is not coming? Will you keep up? If the money is not coming, will you continue or you will just swing from that angle to another one? So pick a tech course, a tech skill that you love and you know you can do it, even when they wake you up from sleep and start practicalizing it. Even though you are doing something already, use skill and garnish whatever. Use skill and garnish your skill. Don't mind me, I'm just talking about skill because that's what we're doing here, right? So thank you so much, Samuel. I'm privileged to be viewing his status every day. You need to see what he posts there. So the guy is good. Well done, sir. So I'm short of words, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Gladys. I think we'll move on to the next activity. I want to know if the next speaker is available. I don't know if we could get that feed from our back ends. Mr. Steve, I don't know if you can help us check on her if she's ready, if she's good, and as well, Mr. Sam. Let's get to know if our next speaker is ready so that we can get her on the live session.
All right. And also, as we are learning from these great minds, these professionals, if you have any question regarding what they have taught, you can pen it down, post it on the comment section so that we can do justice to it when the time for question and answer is made ready. Okay. So whatever question you want to ask, from the first speaker to the second speaker, just keep them, arrange them, write it somewhere. All right. So that you'll be able to learn and they'll be able to help you answer those questions that you have.
Beautiful one. Thank you very much, Gladys. So we want to move forward. If you can hear me, Joel, you can just help me request to join the live, all right? Request to participate in the live, and then I will just add you to the call so that they get on with your introduction. Yes, my ginger is on the call. Thank you very much. I think also Mr. Jonathan also joined the call previously. He was here. Amazing, great family I have around me that is pushing and bringing in new innovations to make a change in our world and make great impact. Thank you very much for joining us today. So glad and very much humbled to have you with us. She's a dynamic, amazing, beautiful networking coach. Man, you don't want to you don't want to miss the kind of person she is. She's great. Lovingly, she left me for another man, but that's a story for her.
You were not ready. You were not ready, sir.
All right. So let's make progress. I want to know if Joel is ready, so that we can kick on. I want to know if she's ready. Any feedback? You guys drop feedback in the comments for me. Is Joel ready so that we can drive quickly?
Okay. I think she's ready. I'm seeing she's ready.
Okay. Can she request? Just request to be added to the live session? That's to be part of the those persons that will be viewed. Yeah. Ask her to. She can request for an invitation. I can't do that myself from here, so she can do that. For an invitation, I will just add her up immediately.
Okay.
So while we are getting her set, you want to get the questions ready. If you have a question that you need to ask from any of our speakers, we'll be giving the opportunity to ask the questions. We'll also have a session where we'll ask 1 or 2 questions that are necessary and very critical for the speakers to answer before we round off for the day. So get your questions ready, write them down, put them ready, all right, so that when the time comes, you'll be able to ask the questions, all right. And also, don't leave this live session. Don't leave this live session. You're not missing. Don't run away. 2025, you need to win it. 2025, you need to make it. 2025, you need to do something about your life. All right, you can be changed, you can be transformed, but you have to pay attention first. All right, you really need to pay attention. So you want to sit here and listen so that you can get the knowledge that will take you to the next level. All right, it's very, 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 very important. You can't play with that. All right, totally important, completely important, very critically important. So we want to get that. You want to do that. All right. I'm still waiting on her. I don't know. Let's assist her if she has any challenge. Technical crew in the back end. Let's assist her so that she can get on with us. All right. Let's assist her. So there's a dialogue. There's an opportunity. There's a place you can just drop your questions, Q&A. All right. It has been enabled. You can drop your questions there. You don't have to wait till the session is ended. So you can drop your questions. Then we are going to get them across so that our speakers can start preparing to give you the best response that you need for as regards whatever you are making inquiries for. So get the questions ready. Also, we are still on. You can do it to share to your friends. Get them to be part of this. They need to hear, they need to know, they need to understand how to be able to move forward, right? And if they're not willing, well, at least give them the chance to be able to be willing. If they're not willing, then definitely next year you're leaving them. Like, I'm going to come to that session. I'm going to be very brutal on it, right? You're leaving them. You can't be with jokers for so long. You're going to mess your life up. So get them here so that they can hear, so that all of you can transit. You can all move together to the top. All right. So get them to be here. But if they're not willing to be here, if you work again, we'll shift. You move. You move. Exactly. All right. So maybe Gladys, you can go on with just reading her bio so that I believe very soon she should be able to comment.
All right. So we have moved. We have transitioned from one point to the other, and we are going into the third point, more like a triangle. So we have moved from relationship. We have moved to tech. Now we are going into finances. Somebody say finances. So our next speaker is no other but a beautiful woman. Her name is Jewel Owen, and she is a proud graduate of the University of Technology in River State, Cross River State, and she specialized in business education. And as a distinguished financial educator, she's going to educate us on finances this morning. She is passionate about equipping the young generation with critical knowledge necessary to make sound financial decision. January is coming, so we need to make some kind of sound financial decision. Don't spend your finances anyhow. So she'll be here to take us on that. In her multifaceted career. She will be exposing to us to individuals and businesses on how they can make financial choices that will so she's going to educate us on how we can finance our goals and how we can have a saving culture and be financially liberal in the future. So beyond her roles in finances, Joel also excelled as a dedicated teacher. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Gladys, for that. It seems like we're cut off. I'm still having a challenge to bring Joel up. Mr. Sam, let me get feeds, and let me know how far, what's happening with her, what's going on. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for your patience so far. Good. All right. Let's get the feed on this. All right. Okay, so I'll be talking about skill migrant solutions, right? Before she comes up, hopefully by then she'll be able to figure out the challenge, what is causing that limitation from our end, right? So skill migrant solutions is a dynamic platform. Maybe you have seen the flyer somewhere, all right? Or maybe you saw the flyer for this program. This is hosted by Skill Migrant Solutions, all right? And we are a platform. Every single speaker you met here is a skill liberal. We call ourselves skill liberals. All right. We have the opportunity to be able to dig into different skills, all right, and bring the best out of those skills to bless our world. So Skill Migrant Solutions is a platform that is dedicated towards helping skill learners and skill professionals, all right. First of all, to be able to identify the kind of skill that they should get into, all right. Secondly, is to be able to optimize their skill. That means they get to grow, all right, do better with their skill. And then the third is definitely to monetize your skill. So you have a skill, you know something about the particular skill, but somehow you are locked in your stocked. You don't know how to scale it. You don't know how to make it better. You don't know how to get platform gives that gives personal development, because for it to stand as an industry leader, which is our very main and important focus, we want every person on Skill Migrant Solution to be an industry leader in whatever skill that they have. All right. So for you to do that, you need to be developed personally. All right. So we are big on personal development. Our slogan is empowering skills, transforming lives. So your lives need to be transformed, and when your life is transformed, your skill will be empowered. All right. So a big problem is many persons have a skill, but they cannot translate that skill to something better, all right? Or they're just mediocres, they're average, they have a skill, but that skill can't do so much. They're not so good in their skill, they're not so good in their craft, or their game is very, very small, right? And that limits them from moving forward or doing better as regards their craft. So skill identification gives the opportunity to be able to come in and to learn with those like minds that would get you ready and push you to the next level as regards your skill. We've run this should be 1 year already. From last year, December 12th, we've run down to this year, and we're having this. And it's been a very beautiful, dynamic, and amazing moment for every one of us. We have about 300 participants so far on the platform. I think there are 200 plus, that about over 300, yeah. And it's been amazing. We have several kinds of programs we've engaged in so far this year. We have our Skillship Challenge, a very dynamic challenge that gives you the opportunity to be able to, for a particular period of time, say for 14 days or 30 days, you have a strong focus on your skill with a very robust accountability system that allows you to necessarily thrive. Like every person that has been part of the Skillship Challenge, they can attest to the fact that it's very strong. It means that you participate in the Skillship Challenge, they always experience a shift. Because one of our members recently, she had a particular skill, but was just lagging behind, and she joined the Skillship Challenge. And immediately after the Skillship Challenge, she got her first job, all right, and they paid her about 400,000. Stuff, right? So this is a possible. They're working, all right. A lot has happened to a lot of persons as regards their skills. Some persons have gone to scale their skill to the next level. They're doing a lot of things, right? So our goal is not just to have people that we will train. Our goal is to have leaders. We want to train people that are going to lead in every sector, right? That's our goal, and we are pushing the boundaries. We are doing everything possible to be able to harness that possibility and make that happen. Another program we have is the We Go Loud Challenge. All right, a very big aspect that we have realized that a lot of persons that have skills are limited in is in the aspect of branding. All right, they don't have the credibility, or they don't have the authority. They don't have the opportunities to be able to do the stuff that they do. All right, so we have a program called We Go Loud. All right, after we run through the Skillship Challenge, which is very strategic, you now have the capacity, you now have the power, you now know the knowledge that you need to be able to shift to the next level. Right, we now give you the opportunity to be able to make noise. All right, we have a slogan in Skill Migration Solution that says "Do then say." All right, so that's our next year theme. All right, do then say, where we emphasize actions over words, or actions over saying things. All right. You get to do the things that needs to be done, and then you make noise about it after it is done. All right. So people only come to arrive at the results that you have done. All right. We know, we are very sure you too can testify that it is results that people see. All right. No matter the explanation you try to give them from now to tomorrow, they are not going to listen. They want to see results. They want to know that you can do what you can do. And so we give you the opportunity to stretch you, to be able to build you, to guide you, to instruct you, and show you several systems and leverages you can put together to be able to learn your skill well. All right. Currently, we're not teaching any skill yet, but we are planning something amazing in 2025. I'll get to that. All right, we're planning something very holistic in 2025 that is going to blow your mind, and you want to be part of us. So the We Go Loud Challenge gives the opportunity to be able to express and make noise about your skill, all right, and then brand yourself properly. Just any noise, the strategic noise, all right. It allows you to be able to talk about what you have or what you can do, all right, in a way that can attract the right people to you. All right, it's very, very important to be able to know how to network your game and get the right people into your circle. All right, so we have that system crafted out for us, so that when you build your strength, when you build your capacity, you can be able to place yourself out there as an authority. Definitely, that would attract opportunities because you have credibility. All right, those things are very, very important and necessary. So that's about the the We Go Loud challenge. Then we have a very interesting show we normally have on Skill Migrant Solutions once in every month. It's called the Inside the Skill Set. Inside the Skill Set. So we have a convergence of every member, and we host maybe one person or two persons on the show. All right, and they get to tell us and talk to us about their experience running their skill. I mean, it's been amazing. We've heard so many person's stories about the difficulties they faced, the challenges that they went through, and how they were able to navigate through it. The idea and the goal of the Inside the Skill Set program is basically to share to inspire. All right, so you share to inspire someone that is learning your skill, and definitely it's a leverage for you because the community is big. It holds different skill sets, different kind of skills. So whatever kind of skill you have, even if your skill is to sweep, right, bring it on to Skill Migrant Solutions. So I'm going to help you to be able to make it beautiful, amazing, that people will look for it. Yeah, it's possible. I believe strongly that if you pay attention to your skill and bring it to the right systems that need the solution that your skill provides, definitely you're able to make something out of it. All right. So we shape that. We share our experiences. We share our ideas. We share our strategies. We share our experiences, and then we share our outcomes. How we've been able to scale through all of this process, and how we've been able to get to where we are currently. So it's a very holistic and a beautiful program. And then we have we read one book every month to be able to guide us in our conversations and our thought pattern. Every month we have a team for every month that guides us on what we have to do every month. Some months we are focused on gratitude, like we did in December. Some months we are focused on finance. Some months we are focused on doing hard things. Several things that comes into place. So, and for that month, we pick a particular book we are going to read that will guide you. Some months we are focused on learning. Some persons, they find it hard to learn quickly and learn fast. All right, we have solutions to that. Yes, I can give that to you for free. We have solutions to that. So you come in, and there are books provided for you to read every month within the team for the month. And then we have a reviewing system. So we're not just giving you a book to read. All right, we have a reviewing system. Once in a month, we review those books. Somebody comes to talk. Sorry, we have about 4 persons. They're going to discuss holistically about the books we've read, and it's been amazing so far. All right, great, beautiful. And now let me bring you into the picture of what next cohort is going to be. We're going to be going to our cohort 2 in January. Man, you don't want to miss it. All right. You can experience what we're experiencing right now. The speakers, these are everybody that have spoken on this call today. They are skill liberals. All right, so you know the kind of people we have within our system. They are bright, they are amazing, they are intellectuals, they are professionals, they are business people. These people are good. All right, so this is just a little taste of the possibility that you can find within our system. All right, we are creating a very strong community base that also gives you a very good focus in your niche. So 2025, this is what we're doing. All right, you have the leverage of having that big community. All right, to definitely network, to strategize, to communicate, to provide solutions to yourselves, and different other engagement that the community provides. All right, and then secondly, but this is something which is dynamic we're introducing next year, is to have a niche group. So we are creating a system in a way whereby we would have, aside from the general community, would have you to be in a niche group. So for the particular skill that you have, you'd have an opportunity to be in your niche. All right, so we're going to have a niche focus next year, so that the people that know what you know, you can interact with them deeply. All right, and then learn from them while you teach them something that you know, so that every one of you can build iron sharpness iron, Abby. So that is something we'll do next year. It's going to be so great. All right, we'll have a leader man each of those departments to give you guys guidance on how to go about that. So that niche focus would be a great deliverance for so many persons, because for some persons, they are lost. They don't even know a community that they can bring themselves into as regards their skill. They don't know where to find themselves and talk about their skill, or talk about what they know, right? Or share about their experience, what they are trying to go through their skill. So we would have that niche, the niche focus. Next year we'll be having several courses that will be will be coming out, like coaching like a pro, which is very, very important. Our focus is to make industry experts and industry leaders. We want to also groom people to be able to do what we can do. All right. So I don't just want to be the lead coach. All right. I always tell my people that I don't just want to be a lead coach. All right. I want them to be coaches. All right. So that's why I'm even a lead coach. So I'm leading the coaches to be able to do more. So we're going to be having programs like coaching like a pro. We're going to have several other courses on leadership, other courses on fast learning, and just a lot of dynamic stuffs coming in. Those courses will be discounted to skill laborers. All right, that means it's open to the public. The public can get to join in for the course. All right, but for skill laborers, it's going to be very much discounted to give them an opportunity to learn. All right, and then for anybody that's going to be part of Skill Migrant Solutions, they'll be giving discounts to other skill laborers for whatever products or stuff they're sharing or they're giving out. All right, we've made it easy so that we strengthen ourselves, we help ourselves, to guide ourselves, to push ourselves. We make it easy for us to thrive together and make great success. All right, so we're doing that next year. You want to be part of it, like really, you can't even miss this. How can you? It's a dynamic opportunity that nobody should actually miss out from. So we'll be having that next year. Just imagine outside people are selling something for 100,000 and you're getting to 80,000 in Skill Migrant Solutions. That's a leverage, right? So it's holistic. It's a lot that you'll be getting from the platform. Then you have an opportunity to have interface with me as a mentor. I'll be able to guide you, show you solutions to the things that you're struggling with, and give you guidance on how to be able to move forward. Other speaker talk about having a mentor around you, and I think it's very, very expedient to have somebody that you can speak to as regards the concerns of your life, especially if the person has already gone before you and then knows something that you do not know. It's very important to have that overhead to be able to give you guidance, to bring you to the right place at the right time, to do the right thing. So you want to be part of us. I'm trying to remember something else which is very, very, very important that we'll be doing next year. Yes, we will be opening a course system to be able to train people that I mentioned, like that wants to do coaching. All right, so let me just open it a little bit so that you understand it deeply. All right, we'll have a system that brings people that wants to teach and guide people as regards the skill that they have. All right, we're going to train them for a particular period of time. We are big on practicals. We are so big on practicals. So even if we read something in our strategic engagement, the things that we read, we do well to practicalize them. All right. So while you go through that training, that course for a particular period of time, you will then be required to practice what has been taught. So the platform, the system is going to give you the allowance or the opportunity to be able to train a number of persons as regards to that course. So we are going to help you, guide you, run the ads, all right, to run everything that needs to be run as regards getting people into the course, all right. And then after we've trained you, we are going to watch you and supervise you while you train others as regards that skill. All right. Definitely, it's not for free. People are going to pay money to be part of that course, and they're going to learn from you. All right. And after learning from you, we will now make sure that we can certify you as an effective coach, and then let you on to be able to do something, go on your own, and do great with your stuff. And definitely, also I should mention that whatever comes out from that, definitely a little percentage will be given to you to appreciate you for your ability to pay attention. All right. So we'll be doing that for next year. You want to be part of Skill Migrant Solutions next year. All of this I'm saying, it's because of you. I'm saying them. All right. It's because you need to learn. It's because you need to grow. It's because you need to maximize this very, very important and essential opportunity. All right. I think it comes once in a lifetime. All right. We are so big on having the right people in our community because we are big on having conversations. We are big on interacting with people. All right. We are so big on this that you have to sign an agreement to join us. All right. Yes, you are going to pay to be part of Skill Migrant Solutions. It can't be free. How can all of this be free? It's not heard. It would be very wrong for it to be free because you're not going to pay attention. All right. So it can't be free, but we are also not so interested in your money, all right, because we want people that are willing to learn and people that are willing to pay attention. So we have cultures and values that you must agree to be part of us. All right, their cultures, their values that you must necessarily agree to. All right, which is one of it is community support. You must be willing to work hand in hand, side to side with people in a community. You must be willing to interact. All of those things that you come to WhatsApp platform and you're quiet is not going to work in Scheme Migrant Solutions, right? You must be willing to go out of your skin to learn. I'm saying this not to chase you away, but if that's what it is, then it's fine. All right. We are not big on having small numbers. We are big on having people that can produce results. We are really, really big on that. So we want to have the right people in our system so that we can be able to teach them, guide them, and show them the way forward. All right. So you want to be part of this. It's dynamic. It's great. It's superfluous. It's superb. All right. So we have this. The payments to be part of Scheme Migration is very simple, very easy. But don't be shocked if you don't take the action that you need to take now. It's not going to be what it is. All right. Currently, the payment to join Scheme Migrant Solutions is just 5,000 naira. I mean, your transport to go out and come back. That is all what it takes to be part of Scheme Migrant Solutions. Just 5,000 naira to be part of us. Like the chicken change now. So we're making it easy for anybody that's willing to pay attention to be part of us, so that we can help you. If they have destroyed your calabash in the village, they've broken your bottle, they say this one is not going to prosper, or they locked you inside bottle. All right, we are going to pray it out, and we are going to teach you how to excel and how to scale that out. All right, so there's no excuse. There's no excuse why you shouldn't progress. There's no excuse why you shouldn't grow. There's no excuse why you shouldn't become a better person. There's no excuse why you shouldn't do greater things even in this time and with the skill that you have. All right. So we are going to help you and build you, guide you for 1 full year. It's for 1 full year. We are going to pay attention to your life, right, and ensure that it makes sense. So all of these things we're teaching you here, we're going to be practicalizing them on Scheme Migrant Solutions. And then we have a monthly session where we bring forward professionals and industry leaders to train us. And then sometimes I also come myself to be able to teach. We call it scheme medicine session. All right, it's a medicine. Maybe your head don't do overwork. All right, to bring that medicine to be able to fix you. All right, it's been amazing. The testimonials we've been getting from those sessions are just beautiful. We have a media team that is doing excellently well. I've been talking about the back end. They are doing something. This life is not normal life you're having, right? That they are working behind to make things happen. So we have a very structured and built-in system that is going to aid you to move forward for next year. If your life is bad this year, join Scheme Migrant Solutions. All you need to do is just be willing and ready to walk the walk, and you will succeed. You will truly, really succeed. So how are you going to join? You can comment interested. Our admins they're going to get a link from our WhatsApp group now, and then they're going to drop in the comments. Just go through the WhatsApp group and pick the link and drop in the comments so that they can have access to it. So you can just go through, click the link, you get through the registration process, and then you can get in with us, or you can reach out to me in my DM. All right, I'm very much available to pay attention to whatever thing you have to say about you joining us. All right, we are willing to welcome you and give you the best treat. All right, it's going to be an amazing, dynamic, and beautiful one. If you have not been putting your skill to use, that's something that we do on Scheme Migrant Solutions. Probably you're saying that there's no opportunity for me to be able to get to work my skill. You are going to give you that interface for you to work your skill. If you're a graphic designer, don't worry, you are going to design. You could design entire. All right. We would train you to design that you can be able to design the impossible. All right. You can design heaven in Scheme Migrant Solutions. I don't know if you saw the flyer for this program. It's one of our own that did this. All right. So we have amazing people to guide you and train you and drill you and show you the way forward. So we're going to be doing this next year, and we truly want you to be part of us. We truly want you to be part of us. So I'm pleading to you to be part of us, because your life needs to be saved. I'm tired, and I believe you are tired too, of mediocrity, a low life, of a low standard, of a limited mindset. All right. We want to be able to shift you from that place where you are to the place where you should be. Our dream is that when you arrive at your dream, then we are satisfied. That is our dream. We just want to see that people make progress and people get to become the best of themselves. All right. Personally, a mantra for me is that I live my best life every single day. All right. And that's something we are prioritizing for you and for me in Skill Migraine Solutions. So I'm pleading with you with all of my heart, with all of my mind, with all of my everything, every single thing. All right. We are pleading with you to be able to get across and be part of us. Thank you very much, Mr. Sam. I think I got your feed. I got your feed on that. All right. Mr. Sam talked about several technologies that are available. We use technology like mad, like stupid, right? Maybe there are some things you've not known before. All right, we are going to be using them on Skill Migraine Solutions. So you'll be seeing things that will push you every day. It's the platform that gives you the leverage to scale whatever you're doing. All right, to transit and to move from where you are to the next level. It's just beautiful. It's just dynamic. So you want to be part of Skill Migraine Solutions. Reach out to me. Send a message on Messenger. Send a message on WhatsApp. You have my contacts. Please, you guys should drop the link to join Skill Migraine Solutions in the comments. All right, it's very, very important. Drop the link for that. So we want to welcome you. We want to have you to be part of us. All right. Don't think about it. All right, that's a fallacy that's coming to your mind right now. Don't think about it. Don't think about the money because the money is too small. All right. Think about what you gain for 1 full year. All right, joining us. So we're looking forward to welcome you in. All right. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to come on my session. I have a very important session to give you. Oh my God, I want to feel your mind overflowing this morning. So you want to listen to that session. But before that, I think our speaker is ready. Our next speaker, Miss Jewel Owai. She's a dynamic financial educator. You want to listen to her. She's beautiful. She's full. All right. She's goodly good. She's that person you want to listen to. All right. I'll bring her to the call right now so that she can get on with her session. So one of our admins has just dropped the link to be able to join the cohort too. All right, you can leverage on that and get on with it. Thank you very much. Ms. Joe, you can join the call now. You're very much welcome.
Hi everyone.
Good morning.
Let me know if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hi, Coach Joshua. Good morning. I'm sincerely sorry I'm late. At some point, I already thought that maybe I don't know how to use this phone again. Or I should consider meeting Mr. Samuel to give me one-on-one, education with this tech thing. Because I was like, what's happening? But we thank God regardless. My network is quite bad. Hi everyone. Can I see drum rolls in the comment section? Good to have you guys here. Say me hi with your favorite emoji. I'm also home for the holiday, so there may be noise in the background. Please forgive me. You know how how families can be, right? So let's excuse every noise because I cannot tell them to keep quiet or stop doing what they are doing. All right, so let's just jump right into today's gist. Because we are far behind time and I like to talk and I would want to stay here for as long as possible. Okay, so we are talking about healthy financial habits, systems, and structures for financial stability and freedom. First, when you hear the word healthy, I would like to talk about them in bit by bit. Healthy financial habits, then we'll talk about systems, then we'll talk about structures for financial stability and freedom. When you hear the word healthy, it's nourishing, right? Growing up in school, they talk about kids that have kwashiorkor, and then they show a picture of a malnourished child. That way, you know that this person is not healthy. And when you talk about healthy, I like to think of it as green flags in relationship. You know, most people go into relationships and they are like, oh, let's look out for the red flags. So while they are red flags in relationship, they are also red flags in your finances and in every aspect of your life. So today we are going to be talking about what? The healthy financial habits. Healthy financial green flags. So I also like to talk about the term habit. Every time people emphasize habits, it's mostly in the negative light, right? Habits can be positive things if you use them to your own benefit. While people are talking about being addicted to their phones, being addicted to drinks, being addicted to pornography and a lot of things, you can also have good habits that you can be addicted to. So the first habit we are going to talk about, or the first healthy financial habit we are going to talk about today, is what? Your income or your earning. What's your income? Income is your money, the money you have at hand, right? The money that you can use to buy whatever you want to buy at any time. That makes you feel like a big person, right? That is what your income. So I would say that to have a healthy, it's one thing to have an income, and it's one thing to have a healthy income. How do you have a healthy income? By diversification. Diversify income streams to avoid dependency on a single source. So you cannot say you want to build wealth if you are just earning from one place. You have to diversify, right? And you have to also focus on skill development to increase your earning potential. So you cannot diversify if what you knew in 2020 and 2001 is what you are using now, right? There's change. The world is evolving. As the world is evolving, you also have to evolve, right? There's a luxury of working remotely. You can be working physically, you can be showing up and still be working remotely, right? So it's important that you diversify your income. That way you would be able to make so much money. Then the next point we are going to talk about is the budgeting. Right? And what is budgeting? Budgeting is simply sending your money on errand, telling your money what it should do for you. I love that definition so much because it makes me feel so powerful. Like, okay, you stand up, do this for me at any point in time. And you know the good thing about budgeting, if you budget well, you can also make money in your sleep. But let's not go there. So I would like to talk about the zero-sum budgeting strategy. The zero-sum budgeting strategy is where every dollar is assigned a purpose. So you don't have any 5 naira that is just in your account doing nothing. You know that there's a definition for every amount of money you have, right? So there's also the 50-30-20 budgeting strategy works very well with the zero-sum budgeting strategy. And what is the 50-30-20 budgeting strategy so far? 50% are for your needs, 30% for your wants, and 20% for saving. What are your needs? Your needs are must-have. Your needs are non-negotiable. These are the things that you cannot do without. It makes life easy for you. What are your wants? Wants are the like to have, the weaves, the shoes, the bags, all the things you really want to have. I know that if I ask all of you now, a lot of people have the things that they would want to have, but your wants are your negotiables. You can negotiate on your wants. And then the 40% is for your savings, not just for your savings, security, right? And I like to say this every time I teach people. It's intentional that you are a grateful person. It's intentional that you learn to show gratitude, right? And whenever I teach, I like to teach the concept of keeping a part of an amount of money to give to people for your saving. It doesn't have to be so much, right? So in your saving, you can decide that 30% is for my savings and 10% I will give out to people. I will buy a recharge card for somebody. I'm going to, pay someone still fair. That is how it should be in life. So while you want to be receiving, you also want to give out, right? And okay, let's just make a quick example. For example, I'm making an example with the 50-30 budgeting strategy. If I earn 200,000 naira, with the 50-30 budgeting strategy, 100% is 50% of 200,000. That 100K is for my needs. And then 60% of 200K, sorry, 60,000 of 200K is for my wants, and 40,000 from 200K is for my savings. I hope we are clear on that. So moving to the next one, savings. The third point now for healthy financial habits is what? Is savings. When it comes to saving, I hear a lot of people say, why you go to save small money? Savings no fee help you. My dear sister and brother, your saving can save you. Even if it cannot save you, it can save a lot of people. What is saving? While people like to say saving is keeping an amount of money in somewhere for a particular reason, I agree to disagree with that definition. Because when you keep money for a particular reason, let's say you keep money to buy a bag, you are not saving. Or if you keep money with an intent to spend it, you are not saving. That is simply deferred gratification. Because you don't have it at that particular time, you are keeping it so that you would buy it. You're saving towards buying it. So when you say savings for wealth building, you know that that particular money is savings for wealth building. So when you say, now, I hope you change your definition when it comes to saving, right? You don't say, I'm saving because I want to do it entirely different, right? So when it comes to saving, to make it easy, because I know a lot of people struggle with saving, you automate your transfers to saving accounts on payday. For example, we have the luxury of from fintech platforms and even your bank platforms where you have the option of scheduling a payment or automating a payment. To enable you save, you can as well automate your payment. You put that setting that when I get my salary, 30K from my salary is going to go to my savings. That way you know that you cannot even touch the money, or you cannot touch the money, and you would not even spend it unnecessary. And I also like to say that people should use the pay yourself strategy when it comes to saving. But not many people are diligent to using the pay yourself strategy. So you do what? Automatic savings. And the next one is still under saving. Use high yield interest saving accounts to grow emergency fund. Many of us are not aware. See, they say information is power. It's no jokes. I'm digressing a bit. I stumbled on a video on Instagram, and a lady was talking about having a refund for her flight ticket because it was delayed. They refunded her the full amount of money for that flight ticket. And she said that was because she knew her rights. So she went through the policies the policies of failed or delayed departure by the airport. That way she stood her ground and they refunded her money. Did she fly? Yes, she flew. So that is what it is. Information is power. So I like to tell my friends that you need to know everything about something and know something about everything. Because it's not your field, is not enough for you to not to have knowledge about it. Because you are not in the media space is not enough. It's not an excuse. Because I'm still digressing. Imagine you are having kids. Imagine you have siblings around you and they're asking you a question and you go, that's not my field. I mean, you don't want to, come off as that. Or imagine you are in an international place and you're called to talk about something. You need to share your knowledge. So be relevant, right? So back to what I was saying, and I said all of that to say this, that many banks, your bank that you keep complaining about, you may never know. They have high yield interest for your savings. So you have kept your money there since 2001 or since 2020 and it's not yielding anything for you. Please go through your bank policies and go to your bank. They'll disburse it to you, right? So many people are saving in their account not even knowing, right? While you want to do that, it's also important that before you commit to any high yield interest saving, please research. I mean, I like to say this, use your data. When you use your money to buy data, you are investing, not the one that you're going to be watching TikTok 247. You are wasting the data anyhow, right? So use high yield savings account to grow your emergency fund. When you put money, what an emergency fund, just like the name implies, emergency is for emergencies. We can plan for our feeding every month and nobody wants to be sick. Nobody wants their house to catch fire. Nobody wants their car to spoil, but these things happen. So your emergency funds are for unexpected happenings. So the next point we are going to talk about under the healthy financial habits is spending. Hey, spending. A lot of you are breaking these tables. Some of you people are shaking the table that the word spending is even vexing. Like it's saying you're choking me because release me small, right? So what is spending? We all know how to spend. I think the easiest thing to learn is spending. You know how to, carry your money and go and say, I want to buy this. So I'm not going to say so much about spending because most of us have enough experience on spending. But what I'm going to say about spending is introduce a no spend day each week to curb unnecessary purchases. Unnecessary purchases like Coke, I still say this, Fanta, sweets, chewing gum, on data. See, your data subscription, it just finishes. You have money in your account. On those are unnecessary purchases. So when you say we have how many days in a week, you calculate and say, okay, on Wednesday, I'm going to buy all the necessary things I need. When it comes to budgeting, right? In budgeting, and for most people that don't have the refrigerator, deep freezer, or a fridge rather, you would not be able to buy perishable for an extended period of time. So you'd have to restock your perishable like tomatoes, fresh pepper, or plantain, right? Those are necessary things. So you make list buying bags of pure water, right? Depending on how you are staying or if you're with your family, right? Those things that are necessary, you say only on Wednesday will I step out to buy the things I need. Bear in mind, I use the word need. I didn't say I want. Some of you is when you want to enter keke to work, you see granite, and all of a sudden you are craving granite. My brother, my sister, you are doing yourself more harm than good. Like I said, spending is very easy. Very easy. But the consequences, you don't want to know about it. So you can identify one day weekly where you only spend on absolute essentials. Then the next point is debt management. There are good debts and there are bad debts, right? Good debts are those debts that you use that yields results. Example, borrowing money for school fees, borrowing money to start your business, even if I don't support that. And bad debts are those debts that you and I know. Coke, they hungry you. You're like, can I have your card? I'll transfer to you later. Bad debts are those debts that does not yield any result or any fruit, right? So adopt the debt snowball management. What is the debt snowball management? It's basically start with the smallest debt. When you want to repay your debt, you start with the smallest debt. I want to digress. Many people are in debt and they are in year one, and you are still eating mommy thank you, and you're still saying daddy thank you, but you are in debt worth more than you can afford. It's wrong. It's wrong and it is terrible. See, debt is like choking somebody. The person is struggling for air. That's how debt is like. If it's not a good debt, it will drain you. And you see that many people are suffering this so much that they cannot even repay their debt. I was talking to a friend or an acquaintance days back. He was pissed, talking to me about the fact that he had borrowed 135,000 naira from First Bank, and the increment was already reaching 70-something thousand naira. Please bear in mind he has paid the 135K, and he says that he's not going to pay it. Right now he wants to open a new account, and he was asking me if he opens a new account, if the BVN, like if other banks, if they can remove the money from his new account. Now you can see that it's sweet to collect, he had to pay. That's the thing. So I would like to say this, everybody likes to say, cut your coat according to your size. See, truth is that when it comes to your finances, you cannot cut your coat according to your size. You are meant to live beneath your means if you want to build wealth. So if you're earning 50K, you want to build wealth, you have to live beneath 50K. So you are not, now you see that in finances, you are not even cutting your coat according to your size. You are living beneath your means. So there's the debt snowball method. Like I said, it's paying what? It's paying the smallest debt. And the debt avalanche method is start with the highest interest debt. So some people are in debt, they are owing loan apps. You are owing OPay, you are owing branch. See, outside the debt, outside owing, it's a discipline problem. I'm really passionate about anything finances. And most of the questions I get is, how do I put a structure to repay my debt? Oh my goodness, a lot of people are owing debt. A lot of people are owing debt, and it's terrifying, not in a good way. Not in a good way. So, oh good. It's not nice when you borrow money from people and they don't pay back. And now you see people protecting themselves, saying things like, when I won't give person money, I go give person money where I feel lose. I know people that say that. So you see people putting their house on mortgages, people putting a lot of things, putting their family's life at risk because of debt. Oh my goodness. Please, let's learn to live within our means. You see OPay app, pay them and delete the app. You need to learn discipline. We're coming to that. So, for example, on debt management, if you owe 50K on a credit card and 100K on a loan, focus on the smaller debt if you're using the snowball method. If you're using the debt avalanche method, focus on the loan app. The next one is investing. Please let me know if you can hear me. Seems Coach Joshua is muted or paused.
I can hear you very well. I can hear you very well. Okay. Yeah.
All right. The next one is investment. And I like to say this, that when it comes to investment, people underrate themselves. You cannot make a perfect investment if you don't invest in yourself.
True.
Invest in yourself. Self-care, skin care, health care, mind care, spiritual care, everything care. Smell good, look good. Oh my goodness. Please, when you enter the bus, let us look forward. Let us not be removing our nose and be keeping outside because of the bomb that somebody is smelling like. Please, when you go for an interview, let your dressing reflect your IQ. Invest in yourself. If you don't properly invest in yourself, you would not have enough to invest in wealth. Invest in your mindset. Build yourself. What kind of woman do you want to be? See, I don't want to sound all motivational because, I mean, you go everywhere, people sounding motivational. Who do you want to be like? Do you look like it right now? What are the steps you are taking towards looking like that person? Again, I repeat, while I don't want to de-emphasize the importance of investment in wealth building, I also have to emphasize you invest in yourself. Invest in good friends, quality relationships. Don't be too focused on investing in your wealth that you lose investing in relationships. Because I tell you, in years to come, those relationships will yield better than the wealth that you think you are building. Like I said, I am not de-emphasizing the importance of investing in your wealth building. Please, don't get me wrong. All of them are important. But to be, okay, I don't know if this has ever happened to any of you, that you sleep by 2 o'clock, not even to 2 is early. You sleep by 3 o'clock and you have to wake up by 5 to prepare for work. Do you know how you look like? Or do you know how you see? Do you know how you look like when you are at work? You know how you are like, you feel tired, you feel so sluggish. That's how it is when you don't invest in yourself, but you're investing in wealth. So you need to have your 8 hours sleep to be productive, right? Good. To be productive, to build wealth, you have to invest in yourself. All right. So explore beginner-friendly investments like mutual funds or micro-investing apps for beginners. So Branch, when I started using Branch, I think I started using Branch in like 2021, and I started saving like 1,000. I'll save like 200. I'll save like 500. And yes, the yield is little, but it's an encouragement. I tell you that whenever I receive my money at the end of the year, it may not have reached 50K. I was excited because I was learning a lot in that process. The next one is tracking and reviewing. You see how all of you like to go and hold your boyfriend phone or your girlfriend phone to track them, to see where they are going to. Put that energy into tracking your finances and reviewing it.
All right. Mm.
You see how your phone is going to get missing, and you say, hey, my phone is missing, I want to track it. Please track and review your finances. Have monthly meetings with yourself. It's not only about having meetings with your friends or church meeting. Have meetings with yourself. Every area of your life. Am I doing as I should? And I'll just digress a bit. Most of you are waiting for 2025 to start, writing goals for the year. Please start now. Start now. You don't have to wait till 2025, because if you are sitting down, sipping whatever you are sipping and waiting for 2025, I'm sorry, but the same struggles you are having now will be the same struggles you are having in 2025. So start now. I'm talking to you. Yes, you start now. Please tell yourself to start now. Start now, start small, start anyhow. Conduct a monthly financial review session. Talk to yourself, as in sit down, call your name and say, you spent like this. There's this thing I used to do. I practice gifting myself, right? I practice that. I would say, for example, I'm going to read so book for the month. If I can finish 2 books in a month, I'll give myself my favorite plantain chips. But if I don't finish it, there's no plantain chips. So when you start seeing yourself as when you start seeing yourself like you are responsible for yourself, then you're going to make a move. See, nobody can be as responsible for yourself as your own self. You know how a mother will want to appreciate her child? Appreciate yourself. Take a step back and say, I did not buy Coke this month. I'm going to gift myself Zobo. I'm going to gift myself the hair stretcher I wanted to buy since. Take a breather. And even if you failed at it, what's beautiful is that you start again. Don't remain on the ground. Because many of us are so comfortable with mediocrity and we want to wallow. And then when you have a friend that is calling you out and telling you it's not like this, you see them as enemies. See, it is humans' nature to wallow, but not you. Not you. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is what? Systems, healthy financial systems. And why I like to talk about systems, I like to say that if you're not a person of discipline, consistency, and patience, you fail. Because discipline, see, if you're not disciplined, it will show in every area of your life. If you're not consistent, it will show in every area of your life. And if you're not patient with yourself, it will show in every area of your life. So the first thing to building systems is what? Be a person of discipline, consistency, and patience. Next one is emergency fund. Build an emergency fund. You can open a dedicated savings account solely for emergencies. These are systems to put in place. Why did I say an emergency fund should be a system? Like I said earlier, many of us are so concerned about the food we are going to eat, about transportation to work, about data, so much that you forget about your health. And many people, the last time that they treated malaria is like 6 months ago. While that is a blessing in itself, it's important that you save towards when the next big malaria will happen. Because when it comes, you have caught that month, you are like, hey, I did not eat well, I did not feed well. If the last time you treated malaria was in January, please, you can start saving up money for the next time it happens. Nobody wants to be sick. Nobody wants their car to spoil. Nobody wants fire to catch. But it's important, or nobody wants fire to burn their house. It's important that you plan for the rainy days. If you are a believer here, scripture talked about the 10 virgins, 5 wise, 5 foolish. I wouldn't want to go deeply into the story, but we knew what happened. The ones that came with their lamp ready, be prepared. The bridegroom came and left with them. That same way, it happens with your life. Please, an emergency fund. Nobody likes emergencies. Nobody wants it to happen. But When it happens, let it be that you have something to show for it. The next point is leverage on financial tools. I still like to say this, that many of us don't know that our data is an investment. When I go through, you know that your phone has like an algorithm. You can go through what you spent your data on in a month doing. When I go through it and I realize that I spent it on a particular social media platform that is not educating, I feel bad. And for the next month, I limit my data usage. So it's important, please, while you are using your data, use your data for important things. Mr. Samuel had already spoken a lot about using your data. YouTube, learn a lot of things, right? Prioritize yourself. Leverage on financial tools. Financial tools like what? Cowrywise, Piggyverse, Branch, insurance. Not many people talk about it. This is the next point, insurance. Research affordable insurance plan that covers your health, your assets, and your life. We are all thinking that, oh, maybe insurance are only for civil servants or federal government workers. No, my love, no, my darling. Even you, even if you're working in the private sector, you can be paying for insurance and you have your card and you use it when you are also not okay. So how do you get to know about insurance? Please speak to an insurance advisor for customized relationship. I use the word customized recommendation. I use the word customized because all of us have entirely different needs and wants, right? The next point is automated payments. Just like I said earlier, automate your payments. It's hard for you to remove money from your bank and save. Automate it. Please automate it. The next one is curb greed and big eye. Curb greed, and big eye. Something that is, oh goodness gracious. You have a role model, and that's fine. You have someone you look onto. That is beautiful. But what is not beautiful is when you refuse to romanticize the stage of your life that you are in. Before they got there, they were at some point, romanticize your life. Look for something to be grateful for every day. That way you will curb greed. Everybody wants to be like somebody. Can you just take a step back and want to be like your own self? Embrace your uniqueness. Stop looking outside. Look within. Look at yourself. What can you do better? Do it. And be excellent at it. Big eye. Reduce the size of your eye, please. Be content. Be content. Because it's contentment that will make you stay on your lane. I'm telling you. It's contentment that will make you know that you are headed somewhere. But where I am right now, I will enjoy this phase. And many times, God has not given you what you want because you have not learned to be thankful and grateful for the little that you have. And you know what? That little that you have, someone is looking for it. If you look at your life 2 years back, you realize that there is change. Why not take a pause? Enjoy your change. Appreciate yourself. Make beautiful confessions and say, this baby try. Nah, myself, chop kiss, chop kiss, chop kiss. Do it. See, you cannot receive love if you've not loved your own self. Let's leave that for another day, right? So moving forward, we're talking about the structure for financial freedom, right? And one thing to have systems is another thing to have structures, right? So you have to have structures for your system. And the first structure I'm talking about is set realistic short-term and long-term goals for finances. Set realistic short-term and long-term financial goals. We already know that short-term goals are goals that can be categorized from within 1 month to 6 months. I like to give the grace of 1 year, and long-term goals can be from 1 year and above, right? So when you are setting short-term and long-term financial goals, leverage on the SMART framework. What's the SMART framework? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. I want to save 500K by year end. What steps do I take to save monthly? I will say 42K monthly. So right now you've been specific and you have been measurable as well. Does your income match your goal? Think about it. If it doesn't, then it's not achievable. The goal must align with your financial objective and your priorities. Hey, God. You cannot be saving for a wedding gown when you have not seen man yet. You have not even reached the age to be in relationship. You cannot. You cannot be saving to buy a car when you are still eating mommy thank you. So your goals have to be what's relevant.
This one is
Your
strong.
goals have to be relevant. And it has to be time bound. Set a clear deadline to avoid haste. You know when you're meant to go to work by 7:30 and you woke up by 7 o'clock, you know how you are jumping and flying up and down. Some of you maybe forget to brush your teeth. I cannot relate. But it's important. It's important that you set what? A deadline. You should not come and tell me, I want to save 500K. How long? What's the duration? There should be a timeline to it, right? The next structure to put in place is your wealth building. I like to say this, that many people think about wealth and don't realize that you build it. They remember wealth and forget the building. You see the way they used to build houses? That is how it is when it comes to wealth. You lay brick by brick by brick. Now, if you have 15 naira, if it's only 15 naira that you can commit to your saving for wealth building, please do it. As I'm talking now, you have been thinking of that 5K you want to save this December, but dirty December has eaten it, is remaining 500 naira. Save that 500. You know that I saw it on someone's status. I think it was Mr. Steve's status. I saw it where he talked about where the person talked about consistency, and the person says that if you are constantly complaining of a particular phase and you are doing nothing about it, that means you are comfortable in that space. So if you're there shouting, Jesus, I didn't save this month, you have 15 naira, but save it. You have 100 naira, save it. And just maybe you are sobbing 5,000 naira or 8,000 naira in a month. Please reduce it. Be cool. So far, you're not using it for work. Reduce it, right? Seek ways to create wealth. Seek ways to create wealth. Like I used to say, if I have my business running and I'm working, let's say I'm working physically and I have a business. Every profit I get from my business goes towards wealth building. It makes it easy, right? And you can still diversify as much as you can, right? So the particular amount of money I earn for my business will go to my wealth building. So whatever comes from it is wealth building. Or whatever anybody, if you know that you are that kind of person that you can reach out to your family members every single time and they give you money, you can decide that you save that money. The next thing I'm going to talk about is what? Financial education. Commit to reading financial books, newsletters, attending finance webinars. Some of us are just using our singleness to joke. We're just using this singleness to joke. You see, any meeting that you see towards any area of your life, please attend. Attend. It only takes your transport and only takes you looking good and smelling nice to attend the program. And also, because when you get there, you also meet friends, right? So let us leverage on financial education, build knowledge, read financial books. Read financial books. Read financial books. I will say it as many times as possible, because right now, a lot of people are binging on their social media that they cannot even remember the last time they opened even their Bible. Be accountable. I heard Mr. Samuel say it. Be accountable. Be accountable. Join a community if you don't have mentors. And even if you still do, join communities. These communities will keep you on your feet. Join financial clubs that focuses on financial growth. Just maybe I have one running where we read financial books and talk about it. So maybe after this I could, share the link, but you will still fill a form to join it, right? So that we know that you are interested. Tools and resources. Books, example, The Millionaire Next Door. There are a lot of financial books. That's the only example that can come to my mind now. Podcast and movies. Movies. Financial movies day. Them plenty. You know when people are singing men day, ba? I'm singing it for movies. Movies day. Financial movies day. But sadly, when you are watching these movies, you are only watching to be entertained. Sadly, when you're watching these movies, see, there's sometimes that you put. I love watching movies, and when I do, I make sure I learn a new word. I learn a new word. You are going to be watching a movie. A big word is passing, and you cannot even think back. Let me pause and go and check the dictionary. So stop. Part of watching movies for entertainment, but be intentional that you want to learn, right? I also have a newsletter where I review financial movies, and then also when I talk about that brings me back to community. If you are community, have friends with like minds. You can reach out to the person. Have a bros. You get one movie like this, so minimalist. The minimalist is noun. Make we for watch them, talk about it. I have those friends. Sometimes I post on my status, I'm about to read this book. Who is on it? Maybe when we are reading it, we'll be in our DMs and we are talking about it. And that way you are also bonding with a lot of people that you have not spoken with, but you have their WhatsApp numbers. App, financial courses, free courses, Ingressive for good. Ingressive for good. Give free courses. They will teach you. Part of my financial journey in 2022, I give it up to Ingressive for good. They gave me beautiful resources that I'm still using till now. So they have courses for cyber security. Please check them out on Instagram. They will help you a lot. Apply as necessary, right? And also, talk to people about your dreams. I heard Mr. Samuel say it. Talk to people about it. Post on your status. Talk about your interests. That way, when somebody sees a recommendation, the person will forward it to them. I remember when I had seen cybersecurity, I knew somebody that was into that field. I sent the link to her. Long story cut short, my girl was even awarded after that, right? So the same way you have other people, the same way you want other people to have you on their mind, also have them on their mind. And the last thing I'm going to talk, or the last structure I'm going to talk about today, is your mindset. Hey, it is your mindset. Your mind is a battleground, and your mind is powerful. So if you think that as a 19-year-old, you are not meant to be financial successful, please go to the toilet now, put the mindset there, and flush it. There are many financial myths. Many financial myths going on. Hey, my pastor would always say, many times take yourself out to that place that you think you cannot afford, but you know you will afford it in the future. Go there and price. When you reach there, when you say you don't have any money in your account, they say it's 1 million naira. You now say, oh no, 1 million naira is too small. And do you have something like 20 million naira above? Even if we know that they don't have it, call something that they don't have. So that they're not, you not go there and have to buy mandatorily, right? So this that you want, enter, go and see the price. Don't be scared of money. Don't be scared of money. Money is a tool. Money is your tool. So part of the mindset that you should think about is what patient. Romanticize your journey. When you begin to romanticize your journey, you'll be patient with yourself.
That's right.
Your journey is unique. Not they look your friend where they earn 300K and yourself. Not they compare. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop it to the other person. Discipline. Discipline. You know when scriptures talk about self-control. See, self-control does not only come to sexual purity. Every area of your life. When you are passing and that rise from that joint is entering your nose, and you say, now, make a draw the face front, ahead. Please be disciplined. And lastly, minimalism. What is minimalism? Minimalism is having the things that you are using. Some of you have 60, no, let me not even say 60. Some of you have 40 jean trousers and you are using only 3. Please go and dash it. People need it. Some of you have a lot of, let's say, imagine having 3 bed frames when you're using only 1 and you are not married and you don't have kids. That's a waste. You are just cluttering your space. Declutter.
Yeah.
Only get the things that you are using. If you know you're not going to use it, why are you having five different types of comb? Why are you having 15 black bags and 13 pink shoes? Why? For ladies, get the colors you need. What color? Black bag or a black sandals, a nude. You can have one sandals, one outing slippers. Just get the things that you need. Black bag, one nude bag, or one white bag that will enter each of your outfits. Because I don't know why you are having red shoe, one red and you're wearing it only once a year. It's not nice. It's not nice. Minimalism. That way, even your space will thank you for it. Air will be entering your house well. All right. So with that being said, I drop my mic now. Over to you, Coach Joshua. Thank you so much for this time. I really, really appreciate it.
This is a lot. Thank you very much. I mean, we are blazing right now. I think we have received fire upon fire. This is so much. Thank you so much. I believe, God, this is
so much. Thank you.
Like, my God, what's this? It's a lot. You've really impacted us with deep and insightful knowledge. Just also things that I would have loved to talk about. You've dived into them and you've cleared them. Thank you so much.
You can still emphasize on them.
Yeah, certainly. I'm going to break people's conscience. This is absolute. It's very important. Thank you so much. So, like, guys, you've learned something from Coach Jewel, our financial educator. She has poured out her heart to us. She has told us a lot of things. Just pinpoint one or two things that you've learned in the comment section. All right, and then we're opening the link for questions and answers. All right, so you can submit. We've enabled questions and answers. You can submit your questions. You can submit your questions in the comments so that we can pinpoint them. We can pick them up, and then you get to definitely comment on them. Meanwhile, I will bring back our moderator to highlight on the session so far. Welcome back, Gladys. Good to have you.
Wow. Back. All these speakers today are just speaking fire. You did amazing well. Like, I was just listening and thinking about my life.
My God.
The book of Revelation said, "He that has an ear, she that has an ear, let him hear." So you all have heard from the three speakers. So there's no excuse at all to why you not make it in 2025. If you don't make them, no blame village people now you cause them. So you have gotten everything you need. You have gotten everything you need, especially the finances. All right, especially the finances. Many of us tend to spend so much in December, dirty December as they call it, and by January you are looking like you are about to get depressed because you were very careless. You were not disciplined with your spending. She has done a lot on that. So please go back and check yourself and put measures in place so that we can achieve all that we want to achieve, so that money will not be a hindrance to you achieving your goals. So thank you so much, Madwell. We could go on and on and on. It was really an insightful session. And I'm sure that every one of us have stayed throughout this session. You have gotten something tangible. I was reading through the comment section and I saw our previous speaker, somewhere. He was just saying some things. I was like, hey, spray bullet don't hit somebody. There's no way spray bullet will not hit you. Even our host here, she has spray bullet hit you. Like, it was hitting me from left, right, and center. And I know I'll go back and do something about those areas. So thank you very much. We have really spent enough time here, and it's a beautiful time that I will want to even spend over and over and over and over again. It's a really beautiful time, and this is timely. Being 2025 before it starts is timely because a lot of us make this mistake year in, year out, not knowing that if we don't remove from it, to keep on going on and on. So this is so timely, and I want to appreciate the host for organizing this. So without further ado, I think this should be the period of asking question. I don't know how much time we have left, but
I'm here to take my session. I'm supposed to take one session, then we'll ask questions.
oh, right, that's beautiful. So our host has another question. Quick fire. Oh, it was enter. So our host has a session with us. I think it's a brief one. So afterwards, we can start our question and answer. So if you have your questions, because there's no way you tell me there is no question, there is a lot of questions. From the three speakers, you should have enough questions to ask. Things you are not clear on and things you need improvement on, you don't know how to go about it. You ask your question in the comment section and they will look at it. So without further ado, you have been introduced, sir. So you can.
Right. Thank you very much. That's an amazing one. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. It has been an amazing time this from the morning to now this afternoon already, and we've learned a lot. And thank you very much for staying put to this moment. All right, that is really important. Those persons that truly pay attention, all right, they are giving attention to. All right, you've showed up and you've been consistent. That's a powerful thing, because you are driving towards the right path, and definitely that should set you free. All right, I'm going to be just talking about very few things, just a little bit scattered around. The topic is centered on building 2025 for success and profitability. Building 2025 for success and profitability. Most of the frameworks of things I would like to have said, most of our speakers they've touched these sides, but I'm just going to make emphasis on some of them which I feel they are too important. All right, it cuts across every craft, it cuts across every industry, whether you're talking about mindset, whether you're talking about technology, whether you're talking about finances and all of that. Right, it's holistic. They are all crafted into themselves to be able to allow you to get the best out of the year 2025, and it's very, very important to pay attention to them. Right, I'll just outline them. All right, I have the first, which is to declutter. All right, to declutter, which is number one, to declutter. Number two is to build systems. Number three is strategic planning, to plan strategically. Number four is to act now. And then on profitability, that's based on success. On profitability, the first would be to believe. All right, to believe. The first is to believe. The second is to learn. All right, the second is to learn. The third is to engage. And the fourth is to repeat the process again and again and again. All right, these are the things I'll be talking about this afternoon. I want you to pay attention because they are very, very important to transform life. The first is declutter. All right, there are a lot of toxicity that are in a man's life. A lot of toxicity that are in people's lives today, in your life, possibly even in my life too. Right, and the way you can find your freedom, the way you can find yourself, the way you can find your peace, the way you can find solutions to your problem is on the basis of decluttering. Right, some things are not meant to be there. Things are meant to come into your life and stay for a period of time. Not all things are expected or essential to stay for forever. All right, some things are supposed to be in your life for just a particular season and a particular period. You want to be able to know how long a thing should be in your life. You want to be able to know how long a thing should be relevant to you. All right, and definitely for you to be able to do that, you must be able to have a hinge sight. You must be able to have a hinge sight on what is necessarily around you. You must be able to pay attention. There's a powerful truth I've learned. You may have an experience, I may have an experience, but only the person that reflects learns lessons. All right, so we may all have experiences, all right, but only the person that reflects learns lessons. All right, so if you do not reflect, you would not know how to be able to declutter things out of your life. All right. You're not conscious of how your surrounding are, your surrounding is, and the people that are in your surrounding, all of that. You may not know how to be able to declutter. So you want to declutter. What are the things you should declutter? One of them is friendship. All right. There's some friendship that will mess you up. I think I'll just make it broad into the environment. There are a lot. There's a lot that is tied into relationship. In short, the basis of wealth is in relationship, right? And, by the time you start having the right relationships, your life starts getting remodeled and getting fixed. You have heard this over and over and over again, but the fact is we're not doing anything about it, right? We are not taking actions about it, and I think that I'll come to a point where I'm going to emphasize on that. You have to really truly have the right relationship. See, don't manage a failed relationship. Don't manage a toxic relationship. Don't manage what should not be in your life. All right. If someone is giving you that escapade of you're not worth it, you're not good enough, whatever negative vibe they're giving to you, respect yourself enough to cut them off. All right. Respect yourself enough to pull them out of your life. I'll be talking about systems, but I'll also say that if you find yourself in a system that is not scalable, a system that will not allow you to grow, come out of it, leave it immediately. As I'm saying this to now, you should be unfriending somebody on your Facebook right now, right? As I'm saying this like this right now, you should be deleting somebody's contact. You should block somebody right now, all right? As I'm saying this right now, you should be sending that message to that particular organization that you've been to for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and there have been no results that has come out of your life. Your life is just a repeated dilemma, right? It has been years upon years upon years of fallacy and confusion and weakness, and you've not seen any progress or result that has come into your life. So you want to truly bring yourself to a place of decluttering what is irrelevant to the next stage or to the next level of your life. Many persons complain about lacking things in their lives, but what they truly lack is focus. All right, they are not focused on their life enough to know what should stay and what should not. All right, they just allow a lot of things to come into your life like a waste bin, and anything can go in. All right, your life is going to be smelling. It's going to be messed up. A lot of lives are smelling. If truly our lives can smell, oh my God! Like if life, because we have a lot of, you can't entertain friends that pull down the necessity of building skills. All right. If you want to move to the next level, you can't entertain friends that are unwilling to grow. You have some friends that they are so satisfied with the stage that they are in. Some persons that they are really truly okay. They don't want to move. They don't want to go forward. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to go anywhere. They just want to be where they are. All right. Those kind of persons, you are leaving them right now. All right. As this is going on, you are leaving those persons right now. Do what you need to do. All right. Just on your notes, start writing down who you are living, who is living your life right now. Start writing it down because it's very, very important. Who should live your life? Write that person's name down on your notes. All right. That person is getting out of your life this afternoon. All right. It's very, very important. So you're decluttering anything that is insignificant and not necessary for the movement to the next level. All right. You want to be light enough to transit the next level. All right. You want to be light enough to move to the next level. You want to be light enough to drive to the next place that you should be. So everything you need to do right next level, importantly, all right, you declutter friends, then you declutter things. There's some things that you have in your life that are not relevant anymore. All right, you know that you should be working on a particular project, and there's a particular game in your house that holds you bound. You can't pay attention. That game has stolen your whole life, has stolen your attention. Declutter, remove them, throw it, and go sell and get money. All right, remove that game from your life. It is very, very important. You have to declutter. You can't push this aside. All right, it is. I saw a quote yesterday. I don't know how. I've forgotten how they placed it, but it said, "It is wisdom. It is is wisdom to remove, all right, and it is understanding to include, all right. When you have understanding, you include into your system. When you have wisdom, you remove from your system. All right. Necessarily be a change. For every new level you must find yourself in, there must be a change. And that change comes from what? From breaking through a process of discomfort. You would face discomfort. It will pain you. Some persons you have to live right now. You may not necessarily want to leave them because of what you've built for a very long time, right? But it is necessary for those persons to go. It's hard, right? It's uneasy. But the truth is that in the long run, they are going to mess your life up, and you will never amount to nothing. The highest you could be is on that stage you are, all right? Stagnant water, what happens? It breeds mosquitoes, all right? Some persons have decided to be stagnant in your life. They are the mosquitoes of your life, and definitely you'll get malaria very soon. And if you get malaria, what's going to happen? You will die. So you want to move forward by decluttering anything and everything, especially relationship. All right, especially relationships. Go get out of them. All right. Concerning systems that does not allow you to grow. All right, you are going to declutter from them. So the next is on building systems. When you declutter, the next stage is you necessarily have to start building systems around the things that you do, all right, or around a new level that you want to get to, or around a new kind of life that you want to facilitate for yourself. So 2025 is coming. You want to start building systems that will allow you to be able to transit from one level to the other. And yeah, you now start to look out for new friends, people that think alike like you, or people that have the same visions, that have the same goals like you have. All right, you now start bringing those kind of persons into your life. So for a particular number of, maybe for a period of time, you may not even have those friends. All right, that is why growth is a lot with discomfort. All right, being extraordinary means that you are doing the extra. You are doing what the ordinary would not do. All right, so you don't expect yourself to host the ordinary when you want to go extra. All right, you would have to take the extra step. All right, and that makes you to leave what ordinary. So you'd be in a period, a window period, I'll call it, all right, whereby you may not even have any friends around you. You may not have anybody to necessarily call a friend because of the new stage you want to find yourself. All right, but as you get to engage, all right, life does something beautiful and unique. All right, it brings the right people to you for the right things you desire. It's called law of attraction. Right, for the things that are necessary to be in your life, all right, and you keep on desiring them and working towards them, right? Life helps you facilitate those possibilities based on your belief system, based on what you desire. It brings them to you, all right. And that's why I always see that so many persons go to church and they pray prayers that they do not believe. Right, they spend 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. They are praying prayers that they do not believe, and it's funny why those answers will never come, right? Because the God that they pray to, they don't even believe in. All right, I think there are a lot of Christians out there that actually pray and they don't believe it, and it's so sad. So we want to reach the place where we have the right people in our lives. All right, so a way of building a systemic framework is that you have the right friends. Why is this important? Is because by the time you have the right friends, which is going to become a system, a pillar around you that aids you to be able to move forward. Those friends propel you towards growth. They tell you, say, guy, you're not supposed to do like this. Why you sleep when you're not supposed to sleep? All right. Why you the chop when you're not supposed to chop? Or why you need to chop when you're supposed to chop? All right. And all of that. So you have the right system to bring you and build you to the next level where you should be. Environment is a big deal. All right, environment is a big deal, and you want to pay attention to it. You cannot rise above your environment. Are you hearing me? You can't rise above your environment, and that is why systemic framework is very necessary. It means that you can be in a particular geographical area or place, but because you have created a system around yourself, All right, thank God for technology that allows us to be able to hinge on several things. So I can be in Rivers State, right? But because I created a system around myself, maybe I have the right friends I talk to online, right? I have specific people that I get to have discussions within that geographical area. Maybe there's a prevalent kind of mindset that works with the people within Rivers, but it's not going to affect me because I have carefully created a system, all right, that would support me and protect me within that particular place. So you want to be able to do that. Then we have activities. There are activities you can create to become systems for you. All right, you're waking up in the morning to do this particular thing. Right, it's a system. So every morning you know that okay, you're waking up. This is what you're going to do. If you're waking up in the morning, you should read 5 books. You should read 5 pages of a book. Right, you want to be able to do that because that's going to be a system that you can leverage on. One beautiful thing is about successful people is that they have routines. All right, they work with routines, things that they will always do often, every single day, because these things are the things that gives them the result or activates their mind to be able to work within progress and to make progress as the journey. All right, the next is community. We talked about 6 key migration solutions, which is very, very important. You need to have a community, all right, to facilitate the things that you do. I'm not the only person here on this call, all right? There are like passionate persons that are here on this call, and it is a community, all right? Only me cannot win this battle. Only me cannot make this happen. Only me cannot make this call happen, all right? Even if I'm going to do it alone, somebody has to join it. All right, so it's a community. Facebook itself is a large community. All right, so within the Facebook community, there are several communities. All right, you want to bring yourself into communities that will allow you to scale and grow. For whatever system you are creating, the systems should be scalable. The system should allow for growth. The system should allow you to shift and to transit. All right, so you want to have communities that are going to help you build and move forward. And I'm recommending skill migration solutions for you. All right, everything has been crafted. We have subgroups. That's niche focus group, and then we have a general group that allows you to be able to interact with different kinds of professionals and different kinds of people with different kinds of learning and understanding that are looking forward to growth. All right, that should be able to help you. Then you want to learn. It's part of building systems, and while you are building systems, you want to build a proper system for learning, and that should be within the route of self learning. Right, that's being self-taught, and then mentorship, and then you have should I call it payship? I don't know what I'll call it, but you get to pay. All right, in the system of mentorship, you should be able to serve. All right, there is a powerful thing that happens to people that volunteers. All right, their focus is not on the money. It's about getting the experience, getting built, getting fortified, right, gaining grounds. And when your mind is not so focused on money, you can be able to pay attention properly and don't look at the demands of the work that comes to you. In short, it gives you the capacity to build your fibers and your muscles, right? So that when the day of manifestation comes, you can be able to deliver effectively. And because you can be able to deliver that time, what happens? You get results. Maybe it may take you a very long time to be able to build and to be able to craft whatever you have. What happens is when you eventually win, all right, that big win you win is going to last for so long. All right, because you've been able to win just that once. All right, it's going to keep your name, all right, on the sand of time. So you want to be able to stay long in building yourself and getting yourself prepared by leveraging on a learning system called mentorship. Your mentor has a lot to guide you. Maybe when you come to skill migration solutions, we're going to talk about the depth in mentorship. There are several sides to it and how that gives you the leverage. If you are going to do one, all right, coming into the system of mentorship, you have a leverage of enjoying the knowledge of your mentor, enjoying the network of your mentor, all right, enjoying the systems that your mentor has already created and provided. All right, so there are lots. It's like you just have one and you're multiplying it by 10. Just luckily you have worked and you have 2 and you're multiplying it by 10. You're having 20. All right, instead of trying to work for another 1, 3, 4. So mentorship is very, very important and very essential. You want to have that for your life. And then self-thought, definitely, it's very, very important. While mentorship is important and essential, you also want to walk within the route of learning for yourself. All right, taking the initiative to learn for yourself. Many persons don't take initiative. They are so prevalent upon somebody doing it for them. They are so prevalent upon somebody coming out to help them. All right, you are the master of your own life. You are the anchor of your own. You are the one driving this life that God has given you. All right. And if he's going to seek account of the life, he's not going to ask your father. He's going to ask you. He's not going to ask your brother. He's not going to ask that uncle that you have been begging for money. He's going to ask you about this life that you have. So you want to be able to focus and make decisions for yourself. Be proud of the decisions you make. All right. So if you are going to make a messed up decision, because you have the mindset and the understanding that this decision has to really make sense, all right, and I have to be proud of it, you are going to take your time to be able to make to think properly and then make the right choice. All right. So you want to walk through the route of self-thought. It helps you to be independent and not depending on people. There's a malady that happens with when you overly depend on a mentor. All right. Every time you're on the mentor, every time you're pressing on him, every time you want input from him, and you now become a dependent person, you won't be able to have that confidence in yourself or in your capacity or your capability. All right. So that's a balance to it. And then there's a system that allows you to fast track your progress and fast track your work. All right. And that system is paying for things. Many persons are going to stay in poverty and in depression and in limitations for a very long time, probably for the rest of their lives. Probably even after this earth, they will find themselves in heaven. And okay, let me not bring that here, but you know that there are levels now. There are levels to it, right? Those persons that are so winners and all of that, based on the scriptures. But it's aside the fact that there's going to be a system for you to be able to fast track your progress and move fast, and that system is making payments for something or a knowledge that you do not have and somebody has it. All right, you want to do that in the next year. Many persons are so lost in not trying to make payments. All right, they think they can figure it out all of themselves. While it is good to be self-thought, while it is good to serve, it's also necessary to do what? To pay your way into success. So somebody has spent 5 years, 10 years in building something, and he has created a very, very clear, direct, beautiful system that allow you to be able to move to the next level, to learn and easily get that result that the person has gotten after routing, struggling, fighting for 10 years. All right. All you need to do is to make a commitment, of payments to get that knowledge and value. I would advise you to do that. All right. Do that so that it can bring you. It's an investment. It's not an expense. All right. Do that to bring you into that possibility. It is very, very, very essential and very, very important. It leads you forward. The next is strategic planning. And I'm going to hit this on a different, maybe on a different level, or based on not the normal level or the normal way you've known strategic planning. All right. It is necessary to have SMART goals, which I really appreciate, and I think you should do that. All right. SMART goals allow you to be able to think of the long term. Now, those persons that are going to do well in the future, they think long, they think far, they think beyond just now. So if your thought is limited only to now, it means that when the future comes, you'll be caught up. You'll be caught up, and what happens? You'll be left behind. So somebody's already thinking about what's going to happen in the future. Like somebody's already thinking about how to create a possibility in the future, and you are still here lost. All right, that is going to affect you if you do not know. All right, so you also want to be able to participate in what's the possibilities of tomorrow. Right, we are the ones that are going to create that possibility of tomorrow, and you want to participate in that possibility of tomorrow by thinking far and thinking for the future. Right, how to be able to create or craft something for your life or for yourself. So for you to be able to arrive at this, you need to think long term. Think about thoughts that will drive you to a greater possibility. When you're making a decision now, you should have a sight of what it will be tomorrow. All right. If you know that if you start smoking right now, definitely in the future it's going to affect you. If you start drinking right now in the future, it's going to affect you. Or if like some our financial coach gave us, if you are messing up with your finances right now, you're spending just anyhow, it's going to affect you in the future. One of my big motivation is this, that tomorrow I'm going to be a father, all right? I'm going to have children, all right? And I want to be the first example to them, right, before they get into even to the society. And the habits that I cannot fix, I cannot fix, all right? The good habits I cannot get, they're not good. It's going to be hard for them to get it. And the bad habits I keep very much going to affect them. All right. So I want to be able to build and work on myself to be able to be an example to my kids tomorrow. So that's something that is very, very, very important. You want to think long term, and that should affect the decisions you make today. All right. So while you create and make smart goals, move to the next level, you need to act now. All right, smart goals allow you to think long term and then break your thought into bits, all right, into shorter terms of implementation. But from my engagement so far in life, I've noticed something that you need to be flexible even with your goals. All right, you should be able to allow for disruptions not for negativity now, but for possibilities. So there's some new ideas that comes to you that when you leverage on them at the moment, it takes you forward. All right. In short, this call or this live stream we're having right now is a disrupted engagement. The thought came in, the idea came in, and we decided to implement and take on with it. All right. So you want to be able to do something like that. It is very, very important to be flexible with while you still have your goals. When a better initiative comes and you think, and this is going to bring a better possibility in the future, you want to bring that into the present and do something. Now, this is going to be the summary of the first side of this, which is to act now, execution. All what the speakers have said is hinged on this. All right. One of the things I've noticed is those persons that take action urgently, they win twice. All right. They win twice. They win the future and they win the present. All right. You take action urgently, quickly. All right. You win the future. You win the present. All right. So you want to be able to take action now. So the things I'm saying right now, you should take action now. If there's something that you need to do about the knowledge you're receiving right now, do it. When an idea hits your head, the best time to take action with that idea is now. Do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now, move now. Take that step now. Forget about not knowing how it's going to be. Forget about if it's going to be messed up. Do it now. You see, when you take your time to plan for a very long time, and somebody that takes his time to take action, you notice that what happens. The person that takes his time to be able to take action in the moment would learn the things that he or she needs to learn. All right. And would already start seeing results. Meanwhile, you have not even taken any step at all. All right. And many times you spend so long planning that you actually become depressed, you become scared, and you do nothing. All right. So you want to take action. This is $1 billion idea I'm giving you right now. All right. Take action now. For that idea that came into your head, take action now. For that particular project you said you want to do, take action now. Don't figure everything out. You can never figure everything out. You are going to make mistakes. That mistake you're trying to avoid, you are going to make them. All right. How you think a thing should succeed in the real reality, to take you 3 times of that possibility, right, to make that thing succeed. So you want to act now. Take action now. It is a winning strategy. It is your winning strategy. I'm emphasizing on this. It is very important. You are looking for something big and ambiguous to be said. All right, but the little things that you've heard this afternoon, the best thing that can happen to you is to take action now. You're going to understand better. You're going to understand deeper by what? Taking action now. Go and take action now. It is so important. I'm emphasizing this. Go and take action now. Go and take action now. Go and take action now. All right. As regards profitability, I have noticed and I've seen that a lot of persons are limited in this route. And because I've started testing of that possibility that comes with having something that you can do and you're being paid for it, I realize, all right, the limiting factor that comes with not being able to do these things. And why do people not make profit from their crafts or whatever they have? All right. The first is that they don't believe that they can make profit from that. It's as simple as that. They don't have a belief system that they can. They need a belief that they fit. All right, and you have to work on that. All right, and that is why I've been saying take action now. Put yourself out there. All right, even if you're not comfortable, you shouldn't even be comfortable. Every growth demands that you must be discomforted. All right, it's not going to be easy. So you want to find yourself in discomfort. Be regular with discomfort. Yeah, regular with it, because every time you find yourself in discomfort, you are growing. All right, you necessarily pick out lessons and reflections that will push you to the next level. So you want to believe. You want to believe in yourself. Truly believe in yourself. Right? Forget about what other people are saying. In short, this day you should truly say that I don't care. Right? Last, the people when they even make news about your issue, they don't care. They don't really care. They don't truly care. All right? They don't care. They only care for themselves. If they are disturbing about you, they care for how it's going to benefit them. Yes. All right. So you want to be sure that you believe in yourself and go for what is necessary that you should go for. Definitely for something that is positive. Right. We are looking out to make the world a better place and do better things for ourselves. So you want to drive within that route to believe in yourself. You need to have that belief in yourself. And for you to be able to believe in yourself, that self-confidence, you need to build competence. All right. And competence is built from doing. All right, competence is built from action. So that's why I said act now. All right, all of these things I'm saying, they are byproducts of acting now, of doing what should be done, of taking actions. All right, many persons don't take actions. Many people don't take actions. After this call, you still see somebody stuck in his or her life, and he will still be looking for solutions out there. Might even pay big money to someone that something he has learned from here for free. You can take action with it. All right, so our belief can be rooted upon our confidence, our competence, and that is true action. The next is to learn, which I emphasize on the other points, but this I'll just be bringing it into several routes. Is to learn a skill. All right, skill guides it's the order of the day. Right, any business works with skill. For everything that should work in this life works with skill. This live session we are on now, if you don't know how to run live, you won't be able to do live. Like you won't. It's a skill on its own. All right, being able to speak to you is a skill on its own. All right, being able to look a certain way is a skill on its own. In my neighborhood, there's this particular lady that